Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
Live from the Randy Marion Studios on Signal Hill in Statesville, this is the Sports Recap Show with Brian Suarez, Harry Nostrant, and Mark Covert.
Good Tuesday evening out there in Radioland. Welcome to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME Real Country. I'm Harry the Menu Nostrant, joined by my good buds and cohorts and professional sports think they know it allers. Brian and Professor Suarez.
What's up, Harry?
What up? To my left, the Big Mac, Mark Covert. And directly, man, what role is that?
Letting it all out,
I guess.
That's the beauty of radio, is it's all up for interpretation.
Well, I know that's a great thing. And directly in front of me, the trusty steed, and
that's not any better.
Yeah,
that wasn't any better.
Sorry.
Are we all trying to do the big Steve thing? Is that what this?
I think so.
That's its own distinction.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Big Steve.
We got the commander on the board, the resident fan of awful sports teams.
Got any honey biscuits?
Yeah, honey biscuit.
Yeah, and speaking of, I'm jealous of the commander.
Why?
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
You get some NASCAR tickets or something?
No, he got to see the halftime goat live.
Oh, the red panda.
I didn't even know she was going to be there. That was a sweet surprise.
Document us hearing Brian refer to someone as a goat.
And it was a little woman on a unicycle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
she was impressive, though. That was really, really cool.
I'm just glad to see her back on her feet. No?
On her seat?
No, on her seat. Yeah, back on her seat.
Yeah,
back on her seat.
Back on her very high horse.
Because if you recall, she had a little
just daisies.
Yeah.
She did. Have you ever seen her dismount from this thing?
No.
I was telling Brian, because that's the part that doesn't make the reels.
So,
Right? It
hey,
doesn't make
all
the
right,
clip.
so wait, before you say that, just in case nobody out there knows, so Red Panda is a halftime performer, rides an 8-foot-high unicycle. So that's why you're talking about how does she get off.
I was in the 300 section, and we were like head level with each other. So she's up there. But when she gets off, like this is what I'm telling my cousin, I'm up here, we're watching the game, and I'm like, how does she get down from this thing? And she literally just leans forward and like lands on her feet. That's literally all she does. And it falls out back from under her, and she's fine. So that was, to me, that was impressive because I'm like, you're way up, like you got to have some good knees, you know?
Yeah.
So, that was cool. That was neat.
Pretty cool. And you got to see Carolina play basketball. Did they win?
No, I did not get to see Carolina play basketball. I got to see Clemson and Duke play basketball.
Oh, that's right. And I know Duke won.
Yeah. That's such a weird twist, too, because you got to go, like, within 24 hours, I'm going from pulling for Carolina against Clemson, and I hate Clemson. I hate their guts because they kicked us out. And then you go to, hey, let's go Tigers, because they're playing Duke. So, I mean, what other option do you have?
Hey, a true Carolina fan right there.
Yeah, but look,
anybody but Duke. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I had a Carolina shirt on, too, down there, by the way.
Are you saying he's a resident idiot like the rest of them?
That's what you said. I didn't say that.
Hey.
I said a true Carolina fan.
We all have lose-lose situations. Like, if I had to sit there and watch the Ravens and Cowboys play against each other.
You're like, can the stadium blow up?
Yeah, kind of. Just implode, sink down into the earth.
I was going to say that, but then I was there, so I couldn't say that. So I had to pull
yeah, that's true. So, hey, just so you know, I had somebody on Sunday who we were talking about the tournament, and I said, like I really think Duke's got a good chance to win. Right. I've watched them play a little bit lately. I think they got a good chance to win. And this guy said, I don't know, man. Anybody can beat anybody.
He's not wrong.
And I'm like, spoken like a true Carolina fan.
Oh, was he talking before the Virginia game?
No, we were talking on Sunday. About
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
Virginia had a legitimate shot.
Virginia did. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. They played well enough to win the game, but we'll talk about
Ray Allen out there.
We'll get into it, but I'm going to tell you right now, Duke showed a lot of grit, I think, in the ACC tournament.
I'd agree. We'll get into that.
Oh, what we got to get to first is what we always start with. Birthdays and trivia.
Interesting facts, maybe. No trivia.
No trivia?
No.
I got to look now.
All right. I know you don't.
I've got trivia.
Speaking up, there we go. We got trivia.
Facts.
All right, let's start off with birthdays. All right, number one, Bobby Jones. He of the 13 majors. And won the 1930 Grand Slam. And then Danny Ainge. Right? And Danny Ainge. All right, here's a little piece of trivia. Danny Ainge is one of only how many players that have played in Major League Baseball and the NBA?
Danny Ainge played
me a number.
baseball?
Yes, he did. He played for the Toronto Blue Jays.
I did not know that. Okay.
Just give me a number.
What was the question? Say it one more time.
How many players other than Danny Ainge have played in the NBA and Major League Baseball?
Now, when you say Major League Baseball, that doesn't have to be in the pros, right?
No, MLB.
Okay, so
Yes,
Michael
MLB.
Jordan's out. Michael Jordan's out because he never made it to the big show.
Just give me a number. How many you think?
I think it's one.
Nah.
Is it more?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it has to be more. That was a dumb question.
Give me 5.
13.
Okay.
Well, 13 including Danny Ainge.
Really?
Dang.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think who. I can't think of any.
Well, the latest guy other than Danny Ainge would have been Mark Hendrickson, pitcher.
He played in the NBA?
Yeah, he played in the NBA too.
Good Lord.
For a decent amount. I think actually he had over 100 or 200 games in the NBA. All right, next up, Katie Ledecky, Olympic swimmer.
Yep, know her.
Maybe the GOAT of Olympic swimming.
I was going to say her.
He's done twice in the same show.
Her and Michael Phelps are real studs in that department.
And then one more, soccer player, Mia Hamm. You know who she is?
Yeah, of course. Played in Carolina.
Yeah. Yep.
Married to Noma Garcia-Parra.
276 caps. That's international appearances.
Did not know that.
4th all-time for U.S. 2nd in goals at 158 and has the most assists for U.S. women's national team at 147.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Quick, interesting facts. So last week, actually, it might have been last Tuesday night when Bam Adebayo, scored 83 points. Was that Tuesday or Wednesday?
I think it was Tuesday.
I think it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday got.
Yeah, because we were talking about it after the show.
It turned into a weirdly busy sports night as soon as the show ended.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Anyway, listen up. He took 43 free throws in that game, more than any player ever in an NBA game. Second most. The previous record was held by Dwight Howard with 39.
So. Well,
he also made 36, which is the most anybody has ever made. Second, 28 by Wilt Chamberlain.
I was going to say, he took 43 but made 36. That's pretty good for a big guy especially. But I think we have to remove the name Hack-a-Shack and call it Slam-a-Bam now.
All right, so listen.
Where'd you say that?
So they played the Wizards, right?
I just literally made it up in my head.
Listen.
Is that a thing?
Hey, this game was on Tuesday, right? And they played the Wizards. So listen to this. He had more free throw attempts than the Wizards did in that game.
As a team, yeah.
He had more free throw attempts than all but 14 teams have in a game this season.
Yep. That was
He took and made more free throws than he had in almost a month in total. And he had never taken more than 20 free throws in a game before. And he doubled it on Tuesday night with 43.
This felt like a very coordinated event for Bam Adebayo. That's all I can say.
In the last 6 to 7 minutes.
I did. Because when the Celtics and Mavs game, was that who they're playing? Celtics Mavs game? No, they're playing the Thunder. When that game ended, I went over to watch that game. Oh, boy. Let me tell you, that was exciting.
What'd they do? Let him do all the shooting?
No, they kept fouling the Wizards, so they kept saving time for him to just continue to take shots.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
It doesn't stand next to Kobe because Kobe's was completely organic.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't care what anybody says. Kobe's the second leading scorer or second most points in the game of all time.
Yeah, it was
coordinated.
Look, it's 83 points. It's still impressive. And it was probably like a solid 60 to 65.
In reality.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, great game, right? Fantastic game.
It's the Wizards.
But it just it's just disappointing that it happened like that.
Rather than just
organically.
In the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Somebody just gets super hot and starts hitting.
Right. Look, again, 83 points. That's
still big,
crazy.
but I didn't see the end. And when you're saying that they were fouling the Wizards to save time, I'm kind of like, okay, we're cheap. We're making this cheap.
The fourth quarter is just Bam Adebayo just chucking up threes.
Right? We're making this cheap now because we're extending the game by fouling.
Yes.
So here's a funny one. I had somebody tell me, well, you could make an argument that it's the all-time record for most points in a game. I go,
what? How?
Well, I go, what do you mean? They go, there's literally no evidence of Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game other than people said he scored 100 points. I'm like, wait, what?
Is there not a box score for this?
Is there not an official score at the game?
Of course there is. But
they're saying
there's no TV.
No video evidence.
that
he scored 100
So there's no
points.
video evidence. We just watched
by the way, did you know
everything.
Did you know the Titanic sank? There's no evidence of it.
Yeah, but it sank.
But there's also no evidence of a lot of Babe Ruth's 714 home runs.
That's
A lot.
Right?
No. Almost all.
Almost all of them.
I don't. Yeah, let's say.
Hey, he held up the card that said 100, and there's a picture of that. So that I believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough for me.
Well, for Wilt, that could have been 100 rebounds.
Honest to God, I hate that people still do that, by the way.
What
What they hold the card is, I scored 73. That's cute.
Yeah.
You didn't do 100. Once someone hits 100 and they go over it,
it's like,
by all means, go ahead.
What's the record for home runs in a career? 756? No,
No.
To be determined.
That was the record breaker.
Barry Bonds.
7.
Yeah, what did he end up? 763.
63. Yeah.
So if somebody hits 764 home runs, go for it.
Yeah, hold up.
Hold the call. Hold the. If you big number, big board.
If you can hold up anything, because you're probably old at that point.
Well, steroids probably help with
Yeah.
that. So.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right.
Yep.
You got anything else?
No, those are my
I got
facts.
I got one too, but I'll go first.
No, you want to go first?
Yeah, we'll go in order.
Go ahead.
All right.
Make it quick.
Who is the only school / university, whatever you want to call it, to win a conference football championship, a basketball conference championship in men's and women's basketball in the same academic year?
Sorry, one more time.
So they won the conference football championship.
Yeah, Duke.
He's right. It's Duke. Only school ever
That
to
was
do
this
it.
year. Oh, that's right.
What
They
was that?
won-
Wait. In
Yeah.
what?
This year.
Men's and women's basketball.
Yeah.
In the ACC.
And the ACC.
And
football.
Football.
Yeah,
championship.
in the ACC.
Yep.
No, it's no school's ever done in any conference.
No, it's just the ACC.
I don't.
Oh, I saw the stat too.
I don't think
I
CBS
saw it.
Sports.
That's how
Hold
I
on.
knew. Harry, stop talking to CBS Sports.
Well-
They're not loyal. They don't know what they're talking about. They're feeding you fibs.
Okay, so we'll go with Mark. Says first
So-
ACC school to do it then.
All right.
But yes,
Mark, you got trivia?
pretty cool.
I do.
Pretty cool.
I have trivia and I have an interesting, two interesting facts actually.
Mark had a bowel movement today. There's an interesting fact.
Yes, I did. Where are we at? Like I don't know, roughly 2 hours ago now.
You heard about the earthquake in Cuba, right?
Oh.
You heard about the earthquake in Cuba, right?
So that's what happened.
All right, gentlemen. From the years 2010 to 2019, 29 quarterbacks were drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. We'll start pretty easy, okay? This trivia is easy. 3 of them still remain with the team that drafted them. What are they?
All right, wait a minute.
29 quarterbacks were drafted
in
between
the first round.
in the first round
3
from
of them?
2010 to 2019.
Oh, 2010 to 2019.
Yes, 2010 to 2019.
Okay, so it'll be somebody
Pat Mahomes.
He just named one.
One.
Yep.
at worst. Josh Allen.
2.
Yep. And Lamar Jackson.
3.
Jackson.
Boom.
Yep.
See, that was light. That was easy, right? Real good. Real good. Everyone loves that. Kyler Murray was the 4th one amongst that
Dang
group.
it. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to silence my phone.
He was 4th amongst that group, but he is now a former Arizona Cardinal, now current Minnesota Viking, after he signed with the Vikings in the back end of last week. Speaking of football, boys, the Dolphins made a pretty big move today, trading wide receiver Jalen Waddle to the Denver Broncos for a 4th round pick, for a 1st, 3rd, and 4th round pick. The Dolphins are now paying more for players to not play for them, which is $175 million. Most of that is Tua Tagovailoa on the books. Then the Marlins are for their payroll for the last 2 years combined. There's 168.
That don't
million.
surprise me.
No. To go along with that futility, it doesn't just stop in Miami, but the entire state of Florida. Over the last 3 NFL seasons, the Miami Dolphins are 35-33. But not to be outdone are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are also 35-33. But there wouldn't be a party unless there was a third one.
Jags.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are also 35-33.
Florida, the state of football mediocrity.
It's a good thing they have hockey.
supremacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Riddle me this. Wow, that's a shame.
What is the most successful sport in the state of Florida right now?
Hockey, or
The one you would never.
It's either hockey or shuffleboard. One of the other.
Oh,
Shuffleboard's the most popular.
Sarasota, baby. That's right there.
Shuffleboard capital of the world. That and Boca.
They'll mess up some shuffleboard over there.
All right, boys. Let's talk some general sport.
Really quick, I do have general sports and kind of lead into it.
All right.
Congratulations. It's been a good couple weeks for Catawba College. Harry might know what I'm talking about. They have their very first NCAA national champion crowned this past week.
What sport was it, Mark?
It was track, which is not very long in the Catawba athletics lore. But that all being said, Miles Stevens was the first national champion in Catawba athletics history with a record-breaking 20.76 second 200-meter run. Don't put water on chairs. That's dumb.
It was 20.76 for the 200 meters. Wow.
School record, first team All-American.
Indoor track.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So indoor track, yes. And first-time national champion.
Which that math works out to about a 10-second 100-meter, which if you look at the Olympics is pretty good unless you're Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Well, that's about a second off a Bolt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But a second's everything in that sport.
Which doesn't sound like a lot.
Yeah.
You're like 10 meters behind.
Yeah, exactly.
You flash and the bolt goes.
And for those that are bad at math and want to convert over to feet, that's about 30 feet or so.
Yeah. A second.
It's nuts.
Yeah, crazy.
All right.
Hey, by the way,
go ahead.
Queens, I wanted to mention this. Queens is in the tournament.
Boom.
So Queens down in Charlotte, they are in March Madness. They're in the,
Who are they playing
tournament.
first
Wait a minute.
They
Purdue.
Yep.
We're going to talk about them in just a minute.
Okay. I just wanted to mention that.
I wonder if TJ's going to be there.
I don't know. Hey, all right. So here we go. Let's some general sports boys. You have to pick. I'm going to give you Team A.
General sports boys.
And Team B. Okay? You have to pick. Wait a minute. You have to pick which one that you want to watch for the rest of your life because you can't watch the other one. So Team A is the golf majors, the college football playoff, the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the Major League Baseball playoffs.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Team B is March Madness, the NFL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, and the FIFA World Cup.
This isn't even hard to me.
I do have a question. Do I still get NASCAR? Because it's not listed. So can I still get my racing? No. That's ridiculous. I don't even want to play.
I'll start this.
These are pretty. It's easy for me too.
So is it for golf?
Just the majors.
Yep. So 4?
5.
5.
Because you got the British
You're
Open.
counting the players, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll lead off with this one. Team B, and it ain't even close because I can tell you right now, there is not much better in the world of sports to watch than March Madness or the FIFA World Cup. And I'm not even a massive soccer guy, but the games are fun to watch. The environment's great. NFL playoffs, obviously great too, usually. The only one I really could care less about in there is probably the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Comparatively, golf majors, I like to watch the Masters. That's probably it.
Which is what? Yeah. Bryson.
College football playoff, I don't know, hit or miss. This year, it wasn't exciting until the very end.
Yeah.
Stanley Cup playoffs, if you're a hockey guy, yes, they can be fun.
Right.
To me, again, it's obviously where the best hockey's played throughout the year, but less exciting. And Major League Baseball playoffs would probably be my top choice out of there, especially recent history. But I feel like Team B has much better assortment.
All right. I'm going to go. I'm A, right? Because I want to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I told you that.
I like college football playoffs. And I actually like to watch the Masters just like y'all and the British Open. I just really like watching the British Open. MLB, I'm kind of in tune with it. On the other side there, I don't really care anything about the NBA playoffs.
I'm kind of there.
I would miss March Madness big time, right? And if I couldn't watch the NFL playoffs, I'd be okay with it. And then the World Cup, I'm okay with not.
World Cup's
once every 4 years.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's once every 4 years.
You're sacrificing a lot for that.
Correct. Team A.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Team A because I think the golf, while it's one weekend, right, I get it over the course of a couple different months, so it's spread out a little bit more. College football still at its finest and at its center and at its core is beautiful, and I will take the playoff over that over the NFL playoffs, honestly, most years. Again, Harry's point, it was a down year this year, but I'll take a lot of those big teams getting in there and then having to go on the road to a place that you normally don't play in or whatever it may be. The Stanley Cup playoffs have been, again, hockey having the momentum it has, like the last couple of years has just gained a whole lot of momentum. And now you watch games and you don't have to be a fan of a team that's playing in it or hockey in general. but the energy that just like oozes out of the television, much less being there, my God, I would gladly do that. And the MLB playoffs have been kind of the same thing. Yeah. Baseball's seen a resurgence here the last couple of years. Interestingly, like I would miss the NFL playoffs. I would kind of miss the NBA playoffs. I wouldn't really have a whole lot of interest in the FIFA World Cup. And like March Madness, I'm going to say this candidly because I love March Madness. But I think once you get past the first weekend and maybe the first half of the second weekend, it dips a little bit.
That's a good point. We're going to talk. Let's talk about that.
I think the magic of March Madness is the first weekend. The first couple of days were it's chaos. Yeah. It's complete chaos across the board.
Unpredictable.
Right. And there's so much going on that it's just beautiful. I think that's the magic in it.
The magic to me is when you get a team like Chicago University or whatever that was with the sister
Loyola.
Wait a minute. Let's let him give his answer. Let's go on, and then we're going to get after.
We're letting him talk?
We're going to get after that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to get after what you're saying and what Mark's saying because I want to talk about that.
No, look, okay, so I'm Team A, okay, and there's a couple of reasons. The main one that carries the weight for me is the massive dopamine hit that I get from watching the Masters one weekend out of the year. That's
not wrong.
There is something about
golf's back.
Watching,
golf's back.
You go throw a shirt on and shorts on.
But it's not the first major of the year anymore, right?
No.
PGA.
But look, that doesn't even matter to me.
But it's still the same thing.
I'm not even like a huge golf guy. Like I suck on Saturday mornings, but it doesn't matter. The Masters is freaking incredible.
You hear the low tones.
Yes, the piano's
in the bathroom. Yep.
And
you know, one guy's just batting there eating the pimento cheese sandwich. That was probably $1.
Marty Smith's down there, and you got to check in and see what he's doing.
And every hole's named after either a flower or tree.
Yes.
I mean, it to me, for the Masters, it's a beautiful course. It's visually stunning.
I think the Masters makes you a man because you start appreciating like actual like plants and the lawn care.
Yeah, and it makes
you a man.
And you sit out there. Yeah, it's nice weather usually here, at least that time of year. You put your shorts on, your t-shirt, you're lounging there. You got a beer in your hand. Well, you don't. But
windows open.
Yeah,
a little bit nice breeze rolling.
Look, another thing. It's like it's slow. Like it's a slow process, and it just develops and builds over the weekend. There's something amazing about that.
And not to be cliche, but a tradition unlike any other.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
Please don't sue us for saying that.
That's true. That's it. But the Masters are great. The second reason, you all know my sports teams. I'm a Carolina guy. I'm a Washington fan. And I'm a Carolina Hurricanes fan. So if we're looking at my chances of winning any kind of championship, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Because we know that's not coming from Carolina anytime soon until Hubert Davis gets kicked out. Please happen. And
you have college football playoff listed there, buddy.
I know. Look, I don't even care. Bill Belichick's not doing anything. I don't care. I'll sit there and watch it. It's great. But the Hurricanes could have a legitimate shot. So that's reason number 2.
Until the second round.
All right.
No.
They'll get to the finals.
Until the conference finals.
They'll get to the conference finals. And then it
runs straight
down. Then we're out in 4 games and on to Mexico. What's next? Can't go.
All right. Hey, so speaking of, Bryson brought up Queens College. Let's talk a little bit about their coach, Grant Leonard, talking about tampering. So evidently 2 weeks ago at one of his tourney games, an assistant coach comes out, was from Auburn University, bought a courtside seat, and was actually trying to recruit some of his players during warm-ups. Grant Leonard said he doesn't think that's right. The Auburn coach, Steve Pearl, right? Not Bruce. Bruce is his dad. Steve Pearl said, well, there's no rules against it.
Oh, another Pearl. Going and doing things.
Yeah. Well, I heard
shady.
Not above board.
I heard Grant Leonard this morning saying, there's some things that even though they are allowed, you just don't do it. What do y'all say, boys?
First, let's address this point. It should not be allowed. It should 100%. Be written in the letter of the law. And to be honest with you, the fact that it's not is stunning.
You're right.
The fact that these dudes could be warming up for a game and you're just courtside. Hey, Auburn University, how about it? You can't do that. There's no way that should be allowed. Second of all, decency as a human being. You want some dude doing that to your players on the side? Some dude comes over there. Yeah. Tom Izzo rolls down on your court, says, "Hey, you look good in Sparty Green." How about that? It's stupid.
There should be a rule, and even if there's not, it's just not something you do.
No, it's an ethical thing.
Don't do it.
We assume too much. Okay, if you have ethics in the world of sports, really in the world in general right now, you're garbage.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. And that's how that should roll. Do whatever you want, whatever it takes to win, right?
All right. So let's move on and talk a little bit about March Madness. Let's start off with Mark. You got a good point there because I'm going to tend to agree with you. Like the excitement is the first weekend, and then it just kind of slows down and to me becomes kind of pedestrian. The games are they're still in. Well, when I say that, what I mean is the games are still interesting, but I just don't think there's as much intrigue and excitement to them as what you anticipate the first weekend.
And I can understand your point of view on that because you pull for Carolina, so I would lose interest
Carolina.
too. Bull crap, you've got a wife that does. Don't give me that. So
my thing is like I think you get that magic in the air, right? Like you're looking at your brackets, you feel good, you got a couple upsets on there, maybe a Cinderella run the whole way across the board a little bit, right? And then it just whatever happens, right? But like there's just so much magic around Thursday and Friday in the round of 64. And then even going into the second one, if you got a couple of those upsets on the board,
right?
You start watching like, hey, like, are they going to advance to the Sweet 16 potentially? And then from there, it's usually the cream rising to the crop more often than not. Now, a couple of times we get it where you have these teams that go on runs, like deep runs, like Chicago Loyola, VCU years back, George Mason. So like you've got some teams that really get in there and cause a lot of Ruck Davidson that cause a lot of noise, right? I mean, that was the arrival of Steph Curry in earnest to the world. So you get that.
You mentioned the George Mason one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like you get teams like that, and that's awesome. But just the magic of that first weekend where there are 32 games on in 2 days. And then you go from there to 16, and you find out who the Sweet 16 is. And you just got upsets and drama and stars and dudes you've never heard of and probably shouldn't have are just raining threes, and they lift a team up against a top seed. I mean, that's the part of the tournament that I love. After that, great games, and you see a lot of great players, you see a lot of great moments. It's just not – it doesn't carry the same weight as the first weekend.
So part of that is because – the first weekend you're prone for more of these upsets because there's a lot of unknowns and you get
there's more games.
Well, there's that, and there's a lot of unknowns as far as like catching these teams off guard.
Yep.
When these Cinderellas make it to the Sweet 16, they're playing a top dog that ain't messing around at that point. Generally.
Well, right. Yeah. They've had an entire week now.
Exactly. So it's why it's tougher there. But here's how I look at it. I agree with the point you're saying. You get a lot of the chaos and upsets and whatnot. But when you start getting like in the Elite Eight, the Houstons and the Dukes and the Kansas and the, whoever it is, you're talking about dog on dog right there. Like, and these are almost always great basketball games. And if you're a fan of basketball, those are the games you want to see outside of the upsets. So I think you generally get a full spread of what you're looking for. You're looking for the excitement in the first two rounds. You're looking for maybe a Cinderella story, but then you're getting the cream of the crop, and they're getting there. And they are playing each other, and you're getting great basketball games. So, to me, I think in a broad spectrum, there's no more exciting sports event than March Madness from that standpoint. And I get why. I totally get your argument. I can see it that way too. But for me, as someone who grew up loving basketball, playing basketball, and it was a sport I really enjoyed. It was the opportunity to see exciting at the beginning, but the top dogs at the end.
At the end. Okay. So, all right, next up, I'm going to throw questions out here. Let's just start off with, how many teams do you actually think have a chance to win? Okay, just a number, and then we'll go for who you think. I'll go first. I think actually in the whole tournament, out of the 68, there's only 6 in my mind that could actually win.
So I'll tell you this.
So right now, just give me a number, and then we'll discuss.
I was going to say,
we think.
I think of the 4 seeds or the 4 number 1 seeds, only 3 of them have a legit chance. I'm going to take Arizona out of that conversation because I don't think they have a chance. I just don't.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, so give me.
So no.
Let's start. Give me a number of how many you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So I think 3 of the 1 seeds do. After that, I think there's about 4 to 5 teams that could potentially win. So I'm going to say 7 to 8 teams.
So you're 7 to 8. I'm 6. Mark,
I'd say 8.
Yeah, I'm right in that ballpark, about 6 teams.
All right, I'll give you my 6. I'm saying that 6 I think can actually win are Duke, Michigan, Arizona, Florida, Iowa State, and Houston are my 6.
Okay. Do you want to give me my 6 or my 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So Duke.
You just said they couldn't win. You just said of the top 3.
I said Arizona.
You're right. Arizona. You're right. Never mind. Okay.
Yep.
So
You thought he said Duke wouldn't win?
All right, go ahead. So Duke.
All right. So Duke.
Florida.
Duke, Florida, Michigan, right off the bat.
Okay.
Michigan State, I think, has a legitimate chance. Houston, and that's 5. And then I think Iowa State, I'm with you there. They got a shot. And based on what I saw, I think Virginia has a chance to get there. I'm going to tell you, people are going to sleep on Virginia. And then I think Purdue. I think those are your 7 or 8 teams that have a chance.
Which Purdue was a number 1 in the preseason.
Yeah, and they're a number 2 seed. They have a decent road.
Okay.
If I was going to pick an extra team to throw in there at the wild card, essentially, sorry, I had it pulled up and I just closed out. And I know this is going to sound crazy to some people because they haven't really been the team that most people are used to seeing them as. Where the heck are they? Sorry.
Oh, he's looking. I'm going to say 9, actually.
Okay. Who's your 9?
So, Purdue, but Purdue's probably the weaker of the bunch for me.
I agree
personally.
with that.
Michigan, I would agree with Harry. Arizona does it over the years. I don't know what it is, man. There's just some programs that can't get it done. And Arizona, for all the amount of talent that they've had over the last several years, just has not.
The last time they were able to get it done, Lute Olson was coaching.
Yeah,
right.
So it's been a hot minute. So take them out, but the other 3, Michigan, Florida, and Duke are automatically in for me. I'd say Iowa State. I'd say Purdue. I'd say Houston. What was my other one on here? Harry didn't name. Oh, Michigan State.
I said that.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
UConn. Because UConn's got championship pedigree.
They just got annihilated by St. John's.
Doesn't matter to me.
Right.
It does not matter to me because this is when
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
This is when it actually matters.
It's true.
So to match that, I almost said UConn because I think they have a chance to agree. You got Crazy Boy coaching them, but on that, if I'm going to give them a chance, I got to give St. John's a chance.
Yeah.
That's my.
I mean, that's fair. If you want to do that, I don't.
All right.
But the problem is, if you one of these questions about here is the 5-12 matchup.
All right, hold on.
St. John's might be in trouble.
We'll get there in a minute. All right, Bryson.
I've still got the 4 number 1s in there, leaving Arizona, giving them a chance. Because I still think Arizona has a great basketball team.
I'm so glad we're doing the bracket challenge together.
Yeah, look, if you're basing things off of your past, I mean, it makes sense not to throw Arizona in there, but I do think that Arizona has a great basketball team. It's New Year. It's March freaking Madness. So I've got Arizona still in there. You give me the top 4.
Bryson has them.
Okay, so can I jump in for 1 minute?
Go ahead.
All right, of the top 4, which team is the healthiest out of the 4?
Out of the 4 number 1 seeds,
I'd say Michigan.
Nope.
Or Florida.
Arizona.
Yeah, I think,
Michigan just lost their big-time point guard. You know that, right?
no.
yeah, they
LJ
lost
Kaysen's
to
out for the rest of the year.
Oh.
He's out.
I'm going to tell you right now.
But anyway, continue, Bryson. So you put Arizona in there. I just wanted to jump in and say, right now, of the 4, they are the healthiest.
I just don't think I could leave them out. Like, I understand it, but I just don't think I can. The other 2, I have Houston, because I think if Houston gets hot, I think Houston's a great basketball team, and they're going to be so tough. So Houston's in there, and then I've got a sleeper, as Harry mentioned, and that's Virginia. Because I think Virginia is a team that a lot of people have overlooked. And as you've watched them play, you watched them in the ACC tournament, you watched what they did to Miami, and then what they almost did to Duke. That was a close tight game, and they played well. So I think Virginia.
Their big man broke the record for the most blocks in an ACC tournament game.
Yeah. So look, I like Virginia. They've got Ray Allen playing for them, so he looks great with his headband. But other than that, really, I like Virginia. But I think the favorites are. I think your champion's still going to come out of the 1 seed.
Hey, I'm gonna do you a solid here, Bryson. When you go to pick your bracket, Arizona loses to Villanova in the second round.
Could you imagine?
I have Duke losing to St. John's in a bracket. So
All right, next up.
Anything's possible.
All right, so here we go. Real quick, just so you know, the Carolina team, NC State plays tonight against Texas at 9:45. Queens plays Friday at 7:30 against Purdue. Duke is Thursday at 2:50 p.m. against Siena.
In Greenville, South Carolina.
And UNC is Thursday at 6:50 against BCU. I think they're in Greenville, too.
Seed.
Hey, Greenville's in, UNC's in Greenville, too, right?
Yep.
That's Thursday at 6:50.
If you want to go watch some good college basketball, there's a couple good sessions going on down there.
If you want to watch good college basketball, go to any one of these games because they're all in the tournament.
Or just get on the TV.
All right, so, hey, next up, what's going to be the best 5 versus 12 games.
So, okay. St. John's, Northern Iowa jumps out at me. Northern Iowa's one of the – they've done it before. They are a sneaky good team when they want to be. I don't know. A lot of it just comes down to St. John's, but since we're used to seeing those 5-12 upsets, I will tell you, I would put St. John's.
I'll tell you the other ones. You want to know what they are?
Yeah, I was trying to look them up.
Wisconsin and High Point.
Yep.
Texas Tech and Akron. Vanderbilt and McNeese State.
The Zips are also not – okay, I think – what did Vandy do in the SEC? Did they get blown out in the –
No, are you kidding? They smacked Alabama.
Sorry,
in the final
I'm
game.
sorry. They blew them out. That's what I meant. I don't know what I was saying.
They smacked Alabama.
Yeah, they blew out Alabama. So I think Vandy's probably riding a high. I don't see them losing. If one of these teams loses,
So's Alabama.
yeah, it's going to be the Wisconsin High. Oh no, wait. Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Akron. The Zips.
Literally and figuratively, right, Mark?
The Zips could surprise the Raiders, or Northern Iowa surprises St. John's. So those are the two I think could be interesting.
I could go with that. Yeah. I would go with that.
I'm gonna say Vandy
High
and
Point.
McNeese.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Vandy McNeese State because McNeese is one of those teams always again finds a way to find themselves in the tournament. Vanderbilt, kind of this is their first real resurgence year. Like Vandy was good probably like a decade ago, had some lull here, and now they're back into the tournament. McNeese is just kind of always one of those teams that hangs around a little bit, right? The Fighting John Morants. No, he was Murray State. I don't know why I always think he's
Murray.
McNeese.
Close.
Yeah.
The Racers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just something about that matchup. And McNeese State always finding a way into the tournament. One of these times, well, they have done it a couple times. I feel like they've been to 12 seed before and they've won their initial game. So they know how to win in that spot. And I think Vanderbilt, again, is still trying to find its footing there.
Hey, I'll give you something out that's not on the outline. 7-10 matchup that's going to be an upset. UCF over UCLA.
UCF
Over UCLA.
Central
Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, the Knights.
Yep.
Over UCLA. There
hot take. Hot take.
Calling it. Pow.
He's calling that one.
Not that I ever would pick UCLA to win anything.
That's exactly why.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about does Cinderella still exist?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's more parity
so?
in college basketball now.
Yes. It's not as like college football where as soon as the season ends, oh my God, all the good players are running. If they're on a group of 5 team, they're running to a power 4 team, and then that's it. That's all, right? Like basketball, the 5 guys you have on the floor, it's more balanced than something like football where you have like all this top end talent just goes to the power 4, right? Basketball's different. Like, you got a lot of really good dudes out there who can all do a lot of really good things. I don't think like the talent gap, especially at this point, is as vast as a lot of people like to think it is. Now, when you go like 116, usually your 4 number 1 seeds are like.
See, I'm on the other side of the argument here. I don't think they do. I think the divide is getting bigger, not smaller, because what's happening is the bigger teams have the more NIL money. So when a guy plays really well at a smaller school as a freshman, he don't play there anymore. And the way for the smaller schools to compete is to keep their players. And all of a sudden, I got a team with 8 senior guys who have played together, know what's going on, and they're playing one of these other big teams. And so I'm on the other side of it. I think the divide's getting bigger, and I think you're going to see less upsets, and you're going to see more chalk like we did last year where 4 number 1s got to the finals.
So there's one thing to keep in mind here is, one, we haven't seen 4 number 1s get to the final in forever. So right now, that is by probability an anomaly to what has happened in the system.
Well, especially when Arizona's number 1.
So you have that part of it. The other thing is you got to think about, like, when coming out of high school, right? There are far more basketball teams.
There's like 330 Division I teams in the neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you've got all these opportunities to play somewhere, right? So think about it versus like the FBS.
Right.
You've got like close to 130 teams now.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Right. So you've got that. So that's your thing. You're literally taking that and multiplying it by 3. And you're making that much bigger. And plus high school basketball, there are more high school basketball teams than there are high school football teams. So your pool is bigger on both sides. So where your cream of the crop is, it expands from where something like is in football. The other thing is, football, you can bring in a guy and be like, hey, I'm going to switch you in positions, right? You can do that.
Right.
Basketball, look, dude, you're usually either backcourt, front court. These are the options, and you're usually one of the two. Now, of course, the way basketball has gone, like you have more guys that can do more. You have bigs who can handle. You have guards who can play physical and rebound and they get down there in the post, right? But it's not the same as football where you're like, hey, we're juggling this stuff around so we can fit this guy who has a special skill set in here.
Right.
It's not the same thing. So I just think the crop is larger for something like college basketball, so you still get a lot of really good teams that play in not the top conferences, right? And that's what happens. You still get
Iowa.
Right. You still get teams in there all the time that McNeese State. Like they find their way in there, and they're always consistently good, and there are reasons for that.
Okay.
So
I agree. All right. Now here's the next thing I want you to do. And I'll go first. I want you to pick a team outside of the ones we just said. You said there were 8 that could win, or you said 9. You said 8.
Said 9,
Right. I said 6. Pick a team outside of those that you think could win the tournament. I'll go first. I'm going to tell you I'm going to pick outside of my top 6. St. John's. They're hot. They beat Connecticut. They got a really good coach. I'm going to go St. John's. Harry?
Miami of Ohio. No.
Did they even make it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're playing tomorrow night.
In a playing game?
First 4.
Yes.
That's insane to me.
I would
All
agree
right.
with that.
So, Harry, outside of your 8 or 9, who would you pick to win?
If I was going to pick a random one.
Yeah, that you didn't say is a legitimate contender.
Yeah.
This is probably going to sound crazy, but I'm going to say
That's the point.
Bryson's talked about this team a few times, and it's a big unknown come this time of year for them, but Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nebraska
Interesting.
I would say another one, and this is what I was going to say originally because we're not used to seeing them play this way. But come March Madness, they always seem to be in the thick of it. Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of them, their first 2 rounds would be played. First round in Portland, second round in San Jose.
Right there.
Home games essentially.
Yep, right there.
San Jose is where they play St. Mary's all the time.
That's another good one. All right, Mark.
I'm gonna say if you're asking me for a team that's just kind of flying on the radar a little bit. I mean, look, it's crazy that we are, but when they're firing on all cylinders, they're as good as anyone.
Are you say Arkansas?
No, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say when Kansas is actually when everyone's playing basketball,
If Darren Peterson plays,
and they're all doing their thing and they're firing on all cylinders. And you got a coach like Bill Self there that can get them to go.
Yeah.
Kansas is the team to me to really watch. The other one that's kind of sneaky, even as a 3 seed, like Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Again, good brand of basketball, physical, can play with just about anybody style-wise.
I put them in a similar boat that Kansas is in, though,
Right.
because I've seen them play, and it is questionable at times.
So
that's what I'm saying.
That's the point of the thing.
Like, let's go back to Illinois real quick. They probably have the best offense in the country, but they got shaky defense,
Yeah,
and they're 12th in 3-point attempt rate.
Well,
So
And that's where
defense.
that's where heat matters, though, because if you're hot rolling the tournament and you're doing what you do well, really well,
yeah.
no one's gonna. No matter how good your defense is, you're not gonna want to see a team like Illinois if they're rolling on offense.
to notate on that real quick, you're talking about doing what you do well and do it as you roll into the tournament. A team to watch out for who is not doing things well, as they have all season, is the Florida Gators. They did not have a good showing in the SEC tournament.
No.
So
True.
just talking about that, their defense, which has been a calling card for them all year, was not well in the tournament.
They also turnover prone,
Mm-hmm.
and their guards struggle to make shots, which hurts because it's outside shooting.
Yeah.
Was not an issue for them last year.
No, it was not.
All right, Bryson,
There's
you're up.
there's a team that we haven't mentioned, and there's definitely reasons for that.
Dartmouth.
How do we feel about Michigan State? They're a 3 seed.
Harry and I
Harry
both said
Did
that.
Harry mention
Yeah,
Michigan
yeah,
State?
We both said Michigan.
Both of you said
Yes.
Michigan State. Well,
The Tom Izzo's are always.
I don't
in the
know where I was
conversation.
at.
Yeah.
I was planning the wording
do
and
you
how I was
remember
going to
when
say that.
Do you remember when the Tom Izzo's made the Final Four as an 11 seed?
So Michigan State. Let's talk about Michigan State. That's who I'm picking. Well,
That's okay.
I'll throw
I
them
mean,
in
like
there.
they weren't in your top.
Yeah, they weren't in your
No,
top.
they're not.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom
I know.
Sorry, I
Hey,
wasn't paying attention.
Does anybody have any
Long Island.
anybody
They're
have
playing
any,
Arizona.
well, wait a minute. Anybody have any good feelings for Arkansas?
I mean, they're coached by who?
John Calipari.
Yeah, they got a shot.
But I mean,
Of getting
they have
eliminated in the
played-
first weekend, yeah.
They have played pretty well, right?
Yeah. But now is when it matters.
Were they
John,
not just in the SEC championship game?
Yeah. they
Okay.
were.
So yeah, they're playing at a high level. John Calipari seems to usually do it this time of year. So the only problem with them,
who won the Big 12?
Houston. Didn't they?
Arkansas is in the SEC.
I know, but who won the Big 12?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
March is when it matters.
Yeah, you're right.
Arizona run the Big 12.
The only thing with Arkansas,
And they played a heck of a game against Iowa State. Did you see that game?
Yeah.
One at the end of the game?
I did, yeah, but Iowa State's on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's certain teams, and you could have the greatest amalgamation of talent that college basketball's ever seen. John Calipari's your head coach. You really don't, and he did on some of those Kentucky teams. He did have some spectacular talent.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't win the national championship, but one time.
Spectacular.
All right,
talent.
one more
Memphis.
thing before we move on. We're going to talk a little bit of MLB real quick. Just so you know, 26 of the last 28 national champions have finished in the top 20 of the Ken Palm adjusted offense and defense. Both.
Saw that
Right?
today, yeah.
So check this out.
Was there 10 teams that fit that?
There are only 5
Oh, lies.
right now. They would be Michigan, Duke, Arizona, Houston, and Florida.
So the four
only
ones,
5.
the 4 ones and a 3.
Yep.
Oh,
They're
sorry,
the
2.
only 5 that are right now in the top 20 in both of those categories.
I also think Houston as a 2 seed says the selection committee thought a lot of them still, even though they had that weird streak towards the end of the season.
Yep.
Still thought a lot of the Wildcats. Well, no, Cougars. So many felines.
I know. All sorts of kitties.
All right, so let's move on here in the last couple of minutes. Let's talk a little bit of MLB. We're going to skip down to the second line as the World Baseball Championship
Classic.
or World Baseball Classic.
I mean, WBC, it is a championship.
WBC championship game is tonight. USA versus Venezuela. What do you think about this, guys? Let me give you an idea here of some.
Well, 2 of the teams that we all projected to be in this position are here.
No, one of them isn't. Japan.
No, but we all said Venezuela was a favorite to make it.
Yeah.
And the U.S.
All right,
I assumed it was going to be USA Japan.
All right,
I did too. But
Here's your lineups for tonight's game. This is what it looks like.
who's starting?
These actually, I'll go position. I don't have the batting order, but
Is it Scooble?
so
No. He's not on the
it's
team
McLean,
anymore.
the guy from the Mets.
He's still on the roster.
Yeah, we're
No, he
starting
didn't.
We're
Scuba
starting
left.
some dude from the
He only
Mets.
pitched one game.
I think he's still with the team, though.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he left. All right, so listen up.
Clayton Kershaw got kicked
Here's
off.
your lineup for here's the lineup for the Americans. Aaron Judge in right, Pete Crow, Armstrong in center, Roman Anthony and left, Gunnar Henderson at third, Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop, Bryce Terang second base, Bryce Harper playing first, Kyle Schwarber is your DH, and Will Smith is your catcher, and McLean, I don't remember first name. Pretty heck of a lineup, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Venezuela's no slouch, right? You got Ronald Acuna Jr. in right field, Jackson Chorio in center, Wilber Abreu in left, Michael Garcia at third, Ezekiel Tovar at short, Gleyber Torres at second, Luis Arraez at first, Eugenio Suarez as your DH, and Salvador Perez will be your catcher. From what I read today, the bullpen is going to be big. The Venezuela bullpen's pretty darn good. The American bullpen's okay. Thing with Venezuela is they used a lot of their bullpen the other night to beat Italy to get to this game.
So where are those guys at?
Yeah. That's going to be the biggest thing for tonight's game.
I think our biggest thing is the mistake we made in starting some dude who plays for the Mets to be our starter.
In a big game.
Yep.
In this game.
Yeah.
They don't know what big games are.
Well, sure they do.
No, they don't.
They know big games are. They see them on TV all the time.
They don't know what it's like to play in one.
There you go.
What is his first name? Can you look it up real quick, Mark? He's like the number 6.
What's his last name?
Prospect. McLean.
Yeah, Bum McLean.
I'll tell you right now, I'm very happy to see a couple Red Sox playing on opposite teams for the championship. Roman Anthony's been playing very well.
Harry.
What?
You don't care about the other country right now.
Sure I do. William Brave.
right?
Yeah.
You don't.
I care for him.
No.
I want Team USA to win. No, honestly though,
Nolan.
man, these guys. I mean, you're talking about we were talking about the March Madness with dog on dog. This is dog on dog.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, you talk about these rosters and these lineups; they're loaded with talent. I think on paper, the U.S. has more talent in lineup.
I'd agree.
But the most talent and the best lineup doesn't always win these games.
Sometimes they do
Japan.
who wants it more.
Well, it just
And
if Aaron Judge drops a ball in the 5th inning,
Makes a world of difference.
I see what you did there.
so, hey, how about the atmosphere? Can you imagine what it's going to be like? Because I watched the game the other night.
Where are they playing?
It's It's in Miami.
That's right. Yeah.
I watched the game the other night,
So,
the USA game, and it was unbelievable, the atmosphere down there, right?
yep.
Imagine what it's going to be like tonight.
I will say one thing. Yes, you're right. The atmosphere is probably going to be electric down there in Miami. But the one thing I was going to say is this World Baseball Classic has delivered on exciting games, I would say, for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, once you got to the final stages of pool play and the knockout rounds and all that. I mean, who the heck thought at the beginning of this that Italy would have been in this conversation? Not I.
I know.
Well, beating the U.S.
Yeah.
alone would have been like,
Yeah.
Italians are good. The Italians were good, man.
Be like, go make your cannolis. Go make your cannolis.
And then bring them back here.
Yeah.
We'll keep them safe.
But yes, I it's been great, World Baseball Classic, and you've seen some guys, and I'm speaking from experience watching Roman Anthony, who had a great year last year as a rookie, and he's continuing to build off that. And you're seeing these younger guys really step up. But yeah, listen, USA 4-3.
Ooh, close game. We'll see. We'll see.
Anything?
Give me 5-3. I think the bullpen being maybe a little worn down for Venezuela, I think makes a little bit of a difference on the back end, and then the U.S. finds a way to get some good insurance runs.
7-4.
Wow.
In favor of
7-4. Okay.
Bryson, anything?
Nope.
Bryson's like, no, I don't make.
All right, so real quick, let's go. Last week we did the NL East and the AL East. Let's start off. Now we're going to move to the middle of the country, NL Central. I think this is where my team is. They've won the last 3
You think?
division titles.
I think the Cubs are winning this.
Cubs and the Brewers will be your 2 dogs in this division. Thing with Cubs,
it'll be the
is
Cardinals. I think it'll be the Cardinals.
The Cardinals are so bad.
They're going to be last.
So bad.
They may actually finish below the Pirates.
They might. They will.
All right, so let's
shut it down.
Here's the thing with the Cubs. They lost Kyle Tucker. They picked up Alex Bregman.
Yep.
What are we going to get here? I don't really think that's an even trade.
No.
I think
Right.
Bregman had a pretty good year last year, and if he continues to build off that, which he should, I think it's okay. I think they'll be all right.
Nah, I disagree. Kyle
I mean, at the
way
plate?
better.
Yeah.
Heavens to
No.
Betsy, no.
No. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about like defense. Let me rephrase that. Defensively,
Well, they play different areas of the field.
I understand, but you're still getting a good glove.
Sure.
So you're not getting a hole there. Yes, Bregman can't make up the difference offensively. No, but I still think he brings enough. I say this in a good way. Enough juice to the offense.
God. He's an angry little man.
All right, my Brewers lost Freddie Peralta, who actually I believe went to the Mets.
Didn't you lose a pitcher to the Red Sox too?
Why do people insist on going places?
Free agent. Free agent, though.
Oh, I thought we traded. Okay, you might be right. Yeah.
And then we lost Caleb Durbin is who went to the Red Sox.
That's right. Yeah.
Infielder.
Yep.
Infielder, Caleb Durbin.
Yep.
But my Brewers still, they're the Tampa Bay Rays of the National League, right?
Don't say that too loud.
Low budget.
Wow.
Well, I mean, low budget, but continually win. They've won 3 straight division titles, and they've been in the playoffs 6 of the last 7 years. The other teams in the division, Reds, need offense, but they added Eugenio Suarez, who hit 49 homers last year.
But they need to do something to protect some of their power in the lineup, which is minimal, but
Ellie De La Cruz.
That's about it.
Right? All right, and then the Pirates are in a rebuild, as are the Cardinals.
Cardinals are awful.
Are they going to be in the running for the worst team with the Rockies?
Yes.
You think?
Yep.
No, the Cardinals always find a way to do something.
Yeah.
The difference with the Rockies is that, or you know what? He's probably right. The Cardinals are playing in a less competitive division overall.
The Marlins are closer to the Rockies than the Cardinals are.
Yeah. All right, next up, AL Central.
There's no reason.
The Tigers, right?
Lions and Bears are mine.
Maybe the Royals.
In this division, I don't think there's any reason to pick against the Tigers, especially after last year.
Right.
The Guardians, I don't think are going to do a whole lot.
They can't score.
Yep. And their pitching is okay. You said the Royals second. You know what? I didn't even think of it. You're probably right. I think the Royals are probably second in that division.
Is Salvador Perez ever going to age?
No.
I don't know. And they got Bobby Witt Jr.
Yep. That was a good pickup for them.
Right.
The Twins are not
Bobby
good.
Witt Jr. was a pickup. He came up through their farm system. They drafted him.
Did I say pickup?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of the Twins.
Maybe we set the phone down.
No, I was thinking of the Twins.
Yep, and then the Twins and White Sox are trailing. White Sox are a total rebuild. They actually traded Luis Robert Jr. to the Mets.
Again, everyone just seems content with sending people to their black hole.
De Niro, buddy.
Yeah.
Who? For who?
I mean, the Mets are paying.
Well, that's fine, but do they trade away anything to actually warrant it?
No, you're right. But I
They
think
ain't paying Pete Alonso.
No, but I think
he was probably their best player last year.
Bingo.
well, that's a very Mets move to get rid of your best player.
All right, so we'll keep up next week.
I think the best player got rid of the Mets.
And we're not talking about. And I guess we're not talking about the White Sox at all.
We did.
No, I said they
They're a
traded
total
Luis
rebuild.
Roberts to the.
We didn't talk about the Twins at all.
That's what I was getting
Twins.
at. Because I got confused about Bobby Witt and him.
Yeah, we know because you were looking at your phone.
No, I wasn't. My phone was down. I wasn't even looking
All
at it.
right, so anyway, we figure no reason to bet against the Tigers. Royals probably second.
Heavens no.
Yeah, and the Royals being
All right.
second is kind of impressive.
So let's talk about a little news factoid that happened after we got off the air last night.
Literally like
last
3 minutes.
We thought
We were
that
all still sitting here.
Max Crosby was traded from the Raiders to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
The
R&R.
trade got nixed. As hey, if I remember right, it was the next day when it would have been completed at like 6 o'clock, right?
No,
When
11 a.m.
it opened up. Okay.
11 a.m. Yeah.
So anyway,
Not so fast, my friends.
Oh my god.
all right. So anyway, trade got nixed. Surprisingly, and then the next day the Ravens signed Trey.
Let's call it as it was,
Go
as
back
it
to
was
the trade.
titled as everything. The Ravens backed out.
Because they knew they could get Trey Henderson.
Yeah. No one's good. No, Brian. They've done this before. They have a history of doing
Okay.
this.
But they did say
they knew that-
physical.
they
That
knew-
he failed the physical.
Of course.
Well, no. They didn't say he failed the physical. Correct, right? They
Yeah, he
say-
did not fail the physical.
They just saw something
That they didn't like.
they didn't like.
Okay.
So there's a big difference because that doesn't, as far as Max Crosby goes to other teams, because let's face it, the Raiders were getting phone calls as soon as that news happened. Oh, he's available, right? And they're probably still fielding calls. The Ravens simply just wanted Hendrickson more than Max Crosby. And when they knew that he was gettable, this stunt got pulled.
I wouldn't say that.
That's what
I would
screams,
say
though.
no. I would say they wanted to keep their first round picks and still get an edge rusher.
Have you seen the reports that supposedly they wanted to get Hendrickson and Max Crosby?
Yeah, it's bull.
I saw that
That's saving face. Everything Baltimore, and I'm a Steelers fan. We know this. I'm saying this as candidly as possible without an ounce of bias in my mouth. Like the Ravens have a history of doing this. 8 years ago, excuse me, back in 2018, they did the same thing with a receiver. I think his name was Ryan Grant. Had never missed a game in his career. Had no injury history. Nothing. They were going to trade for him. Send some picks over. There's something we don't like in the physical. So we're going to decline this trade. Turn around and sign another receiver off the free agent market just after that. By the way, that same receiver they declined the trade for never missed a game and never had an injury in his career. Yeah, it's this weird thing. Like Baltimore's doing bad business. It's dirty business. Are they completely within their right? Hang on, Harry. Are they completely within their right to do it? Yes. There's nothing in the NFL rulebook that says you cannot back out of a trade because the stipulation was they have until the new league year starts, which would have been
11 o'clock the next day.
correct
On Wednesday.
Or they can back out of the trade. And that's what they did. But it's just dirty business knowing that you can get one guy after you've already agreed to a deal with the team for another edge rusher and then just back out. And then a couple days later, they hold a press conference from the GM about this entire incident and saying, we were trying to pair them both. Miss me with that, dude. They lost 10 players. To that point, they had signed one dude and lost 10 players. You know what the Baltimore Ravens did today? They signed a player to play center who has 10 career starts, and they're like, yeah, he'll protect Lamar Jackson. Come on, man. It's bad. It's dirty.
Bad business.
Not operating in good faith.
It's not right.
Yeah.
And now the Raiders had to scramble on top of that because they signed all these guys. And all of a sudden you got that massive contract back on the
So we had a couple quarterbacks get released and re-signed. Which one's in a better shape? In a better spot?
Kyler.
Tua or Kyler Murray?
Kyler.
Kyler.
Tua's still playing football, which automatically means he's in worse shape. So you can start there.
Well, we don't know if Kyler's playing football.
Yeah, we do.
So
They'll give him the booster seat, but he'll be there.
Hold on. So let's think about this for just a minute. I gotta throw this out to you. So Kyler's going to Minnesota, where the last couple of years, what they basically had is a drop back passer, right? Agree?
Or any quarterback at all.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
warm body.
They've had
Not the same style quarterback as he is.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
In Atlanta, Michael Penix is maybe a little bit closer to what Tua is, but you don't like Tua playing football because all the concussions,
all the injuries,
correct?
Dude.
I don't think anybody does.
Right.
And Atlanta, like flat out, the Falcons don't know what they're doing, man. You got one of the best, arguably the best running back in football in your backfield. Got a great young receiver in Drake London. Bring up Kyle Pitts, who finally had a really good year for the Falcons.
Did they re-sign him?
Yeah, franchise tag.
Good. All right.
Defense that's young but improved a lot last year. So, like, you got all these pieces there, and you're just like, let's give it to the dude who has, like, 2 infinitely broken knees or the guy who is concussed beyond imagination. I don't get it, man. Like, the Falcons don't have a plan at the most important position in sports right now. And it's blatantly obvious, and they're going to waste a lot of opportunity because of it.
I think they are – I personally think they are really trying to force the Michael Penix issue. I think that's their plan.
Yeah, because it was their first-round pick.
Yeah, and they don't want to look stupid on it.
Correct. Even though they did on draft night.
Yeah, you took Michael Penix when you had
It's like 9th overall.
Yeah. But that was that was the most surprising pick of the first round.
100%.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Kyler's in a better position. And also, let's face it. Don't get me wrong, Drake London's good. I'll take Justin Jefferson over Drake London.
Yeah.
You've got a good what's the tight end there? TJ
Hawkinson.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. You got him. You got a decent offensive line, a good running back with I keep wanting to say James Cook.
No, that ain't it.
No. Who's their running back? Why am I drawing a blank?
For who?
The
Vikings? They don't really have one right now. Who? They're going to release Aaron Jones. That's what I'm thinking
of, Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
okay.
But they're going to release him as a cap.
So they'll have to figure out the running back position. I don't know. I think Kyler stands a chance to at least have a better situation there. And he's in a dome, which we know he wanted. You know?
I always said that. He's not going to play in a cold weather climate.
Yeah, but if he's that low to the ground, does the cold weather really get to him?
Not if it's heated.
All right, boys. It's been a fast hour in 3 minutes here on the Sports Recap on WAME Real Country 92.9 FM 550 AM. Hey, watch March Madness this weekend. We'll be back next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and we'll see which one of us is right at the end of the March Madness, see who wins. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Deuces.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Israel killed 2 senior Iranian security officials in a major blow to the Islamic Republic's leadership as it faces its greatest test in decades. And Iran responded Wednesday with renewed missile and drone attacks on its Gulf Arab neighbors and Israel. A 7-ton meteor that sped across the Cleveland sky at 45,000 miles per hour on Tuesday broke apart in a thunderous boom that startled residents who feared an explosion. People several states away reported hearing a bright fireball even though it was 9 a.m. The American Meteor Society said it received reports from Wisconsin to Maryland. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 46 points, the Nasdaq rose 105, the S&P advanced 16. More details at srnnews.com.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, after hearing Micro's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today. Exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words switch today in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
Hey, we're rolling into Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville, and Ryan's over there next to the spinning car.
And we have got the deals at the spinning car. Huge selection, Randy Marion Chevrolet right here in Statesville. That's Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville right off of I-40.